Steel is a movie directed by Zack Snyder and it stars Henry Cavill, Amy Adams, Lawrence Fishburne, Diane Keaton, Russell Crowe, Kevin Costner, and an astonishing cast. And this is a reboot of the Superman series, a brand new take that's being produced by Christopher Nolan. There will be some minor spoilers throughout this review, so guys, if you haven't seen Man of Steel, which you should have already, it's been 4 years so far, but if you haven't, it's not the review for you. But if you've seen Man of Steel and you don't care for spoilers or minor spoilers, you have been warned. When I very first saw the trailer of this movie, I did not know what to expect from this film. One of the things I'm really blown away is from the action sequences. This, like, pretty much the action sequences was pretty much like an action sequence you would see from the Justice League. You see Superman or any other hero crashing through buildings and things, and that's exactly what you saw in this film. You saw pretty much the action sequences of Justice League, and I was just, wow, I was shocked. This story focused more on this origin and focusing on the mythology of Superman, and we got an in-depth look of Krypton before it was obviously destroyed. We didn't really get an in-depth look of Krypton in the other Superman movies. Saw creatures from this planet. We saw their lifestyle, their culture, how they dress and things. We saw how their technology works. We pretty much saw everything. It's those visuals, man, that was added into each sequence and each scene is definitely on point. Russell Crowe, he played the father of Superman, and I thought Russell Crowe did a fantastic job. Russell Crowe's character was very essential to the plot of this film. We saw him throughout the film as a subconscious that really helped Superman build himself up to becoming the hero that he is today. Well, when he returns. And he guided him throughout the movie. The dialogue in this film is so memorable. I don't know if it's memorable for everyone, but for me, being a DCEU fan, I remember almost everything about Man of Steel. And there's times where I kind of felt like this movie was like comparing Superman to Jesus. The references was there. I kind of felt that connection with the Bible regarding Jor-El talking to his son about, you know, about Earth, about they'll see you as a god, they'll stumble, they'll fall, but one day, Kyle, they will join you in the sun. It's memorable stuff. I like it. You know, this is a realistic take of our hero. What will it be like if Superman was living in our world today? Man, still, there will be consequences. There will be, the government will be involved. There will be military and things of that nature. And that's one of the things they touched base in this film. His human father, Jonathan Kent, played by Kevin Costner, was talking to him about, you know, was it right to save the children on the bus? And he asked his father, should he just let him die? And his response was, maybe.
What was I supposed to do? Just let him die?
Maybe.
Well, everything wasn't really black and white. There was a whole bunch of gray areas where you ask yourself these questions of what would you do if you was in his shoes. Henry Cavill, he plays Superman. Henry Cavill did a fantastic job playing Superman. There were some times where I kind of felt like he was kind of, you know, a little stoic at times. I want to say that the world building in Man of Steel was definitely on point. There wasn't a lot of in your face Easter eggs. There were a lot of Easter eggs in this film, but they were like hidden Easter eggs. So you really got to analyze and break down each scene just to find those Easter eggs. There was a lot of Easter eggs that I found by watching this film multiple times. There was a Booster Gold Easter egg. There's some few Lex Luthor Easter eggs in the Bruce Wayne Easter eggs. And I'm not sure, but I think there was an Aquaman Easter egg hidden in there somewhere. Also, I forgot to mention that there is a Supergirl Easter egg. Wow, this world was just huge. When he put on that suit in the Antarctica, that brought chills to my spine. His expression, when he first was able to fly, Henry Cavill's expression, that excitement, that was wow. Michael Shannon plays General Zod. Michael Shannon did an astonishing job as General Zod. I'm talking about he needed an award for his performance, like either an Academy Award or a Golden Globe or something, or just something, because I thought Michael Shannon did a fantastic job as General Zod. They developed and fleshed out General Zod's character to a point where, as you, the audience, can really see from General Zod's point of view. That not only he is this villain, this evil monger who wants to destroy everything, he's pretty much a guy who wants to rebuild his home. The only way to do that, he got to take extreme measures.
I exist only to protect Krypton. That is the sole purpose for which I was born. And every action I take, no matter how violent or how cruel, is for the greater good of my people.
Amy Adams definitely did a good job of her performance. I thought that Amy Adams was a little irritating in the third act of this film. One thing I do admire from Lois is that Lois was teaching us how to have sex, pretty much. You don't believe me? Well, listen to this line.
It's supposed to go in all the way!
I'm just thinking to myself, whoever wrote the script, I wonder if they ever laughed at themselves. She was pretty much like a damsel in distress throughout the whole entirety of the third act. She kept falling. Just when the ship was being transported into the Phantom Zone, she was falling from there. And when Superman was getting up from the rubble, I mean, there was so much destruction. There's possibly could be people falling down to their deaths. But after all of the debris, only person he sees is Lois Lane, so he saves her. I mean, I kind of feel like the romance between her and Clark Kent was a little forced. He kind of should have waited on the action sequences a little bit, not having all of it into your face, because seeing people getting killed and seeing people be dying everywhere you look, there was a whole bunch of people dying. I think they should have took a break on that, just held up on a little bit. When that engine was like, if you watch it, you would see that there were some people like floating around that thing, and then they just getting smashed down. I'm like, oh, I saw that in theater. I was like, oh wow. They held no punches on the action sequences, but I kind of wanted them to have a little rest, a little break from killing folks. You know, have a moment of silence a little bit, and then you go lead up to the action sequences, but not all boom, 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 bang, 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 bang. The destruction of the city was definitely wow. I felt like half of the city was destroyed. But but Zack Snyder did come out and say that the Metropolis is a big place. That was like 1/4 of the city. But yeah, if you watch the movie, you feel like half of the city was destroyed. It's like an apocalyptic town. Not only did they have good action sequences, they focus more on mythology, and they focus more on the viewpoints of our world. When we had good CGI, even when I pop in that Blu-ray today, the CGI is seamless. One of the most controversial things I gotta talk about was when Superman killed Zod. Some people hated the fact that Superman killed Zod. People are saying, oh my god, it goes against the character of him killing. You know, he should never killed Zod. Him killing Zod, I support. If you think about it, there was no way for Superman to stop him. And this is the beginning origin of Superman. You know, Superman is not established yet. And the only way to stop him is by killing him. And it's just inevitable. There's no way for him to stop him. Nothing can kill Zod other than kryptonite or anything in that nature. So he just had to end it right there. I get it. I understand that when it goes against Superman's morals and character. But his morals wasn't been fully developed yet, because this is an origin story, and this is him before he became the iconic superhero known as Superman. So I support him snapping Zod's neck. Controversial? I gotta give Man of Steel a Ben Affleck Batman. So guys, that's my review for Man of Steel. So guys, have you seen Man of Steel? Please let me So guys, thank you for watching. If you like everything you see,
I think he's doing his review for Man of Steel. So I'm just gonna see if I could recruit him for Justice League.
Until then,
hey, what? This means war!